Hello everyone, do you want to learn how to do this? Hello everyone and welcome back to my cooking channel, Cooking with Frenchie. Hope you had a good week, and this week we are finishing the cake, the final naked cake. So hopefully you saw my videos before about the sponge, the vanilla sponge, the vanilla buttercream, and also the vanilla chantilly or the chantilly cream. So today it's all about building those layers together, building the cake. You will see I will add a little bit of a twist. So I will have a sponge layer, bit of syrup with vanilla, which I'll talk to you about it later, a little bit of raspberries and berries. I'll choose frozen one, unfortunately, due to the season. And we will build that cake and we'll finish nicely with this buttercream icing. So let's get ready! But before we go anywhere, please don't forget to subscribe, change your little bell setting to get all the notifications, and check my description under this video. You will find all the links for the entire recipes and all your needs for your utensils and items. So let's catch up. See ya. So here we are for our naked cake with a 4 sponge, chantilly cream filling and buttercream icing around. But just before, I'm going to show you a quick little tips from the pro. I'm using here a disposable piping bag, and I'm gonna use a plain nozzle for it. But just to avoid complication with filling up that little piping bag, I'm using a jug, as you can see. I'm just gonna put this piping bag. I'm just gonna adjust first of all how much I cut, but I would put that piping bag into the jug and I'll put my cream inside the piping bag. This will help us to fill the cake and be a little bit cleaner or neater. So here we are. I'm putting all the cream into my piping bag. Don't let any in the bowl. Give it a bit of a shake for at the bottom, and here you are. Everything is inside the bag, not outside. It's less messy and easy to work with. Let's put the cream a little bit, and we are ready to go. For this, it's a little syrup, vanilla syrup, to make sure the sponge doesn't get dry. So for this syrup, I'm using about 100 grams of sugar and 50 ml of water. I boiled the syrup for about 5 minutes and I put some vanilla essence. On the lazy Susan, as you call, I'm putting a cake board, and on this board I'm putting a bit of glucose. You can put some honey if you want. It allows me to put the sponge, and that sponge will not go away from the board. It really sticks hard to it. Another little tip. Now I'm using my syrup with a brush. I brush heavily the sponge. This will allow my cake to remain moist, but also to keep fresh for about 5 days. Putting a big dot of cream, and I'm gonna spread that with my spatula. Just a thin layer, just enough to allow the fruits to stick to it. Now with the piping bag and the lazy Susan, as you can see, my turning table. Look at the nice cordon of cream I'm putting, and I can put my frozen berries into it. Break the raspberry, So there's a bit of a blueberry, raspberry, strawberries there, boysenberries as well. Just nice fresh fruit. Can't be fresher than that. They are minus 18 degrees because they've been frozen. Press a little bit. For this recipe I'm using about 400 grams of frozen berries. I'm gonna add a few dots of cream. This will allow the second sponge to stick to the first layer properly and nicely. And I'm going to repeat the entire process. Not one, not two, but 3 more times. Bit more syrup. And I'm gonna fast forward this process, otherwise you'll be bored by now. And again, spread, do a cordon, use a turning table, add more berries, bit more cream, the other sponge, a syrup, and I do it again. So as I mentioned earlier, you will find the recipe for the chantilly cream, the sponge as well, vanilla sponge, or the vanilla buttercream icing, either in the description as a link, or you will find them at the end of this video, where you can click or directly to my channel and look for them. Just try to push down the cake a little bit and trim the excess of vanilla, just like this. So this cake is going to the fridge for about 2 or 3 hours to firm it a bit. Meanwhile, I did my vanilla buttercream icing. As I can see right now, the icing is a little bit hard, could have been a little bit softer. This is due to the temperature. It was a cold day. So I'm starting at the bottom, try to really plaster the gaps, if I can say, with the vanilla buttercream icing. Gently with the spatula, just try to push the cream inside, push against the board right at the bottom, and we just try to fill the gap a little bit. Because it's a naked cake style, we still want to see part of the sponge. We want a bit of cream, but we don't want too much cream. It's not a cake where you have a lot of butter icing on top, or we are going to cover with another plastic icing or artisan icing or even marzipan later on. We won't be doing that on that cake recipe. So fast forward a little bit, and here, as you can see, that's taking shape. Now you can see it's a bit of a rush finish like this, and it's normal. But once my cream is everywhere, I am going to use a warm spatula or palette knife or larger spatula and try to smooth all the edge. So I warmed up my spatula, as you can see. Now the edges of the cake all around, and I go from the bottom, going back up a little bit. Remove the excess, warm up your spatula again, either over high heat. Generally I use boiling water. I plunge my spatula for about 5-6 seconds into it, and then I it until I'm happy with a smooth kind of a finish cake where I can see the sponge and I know there is layers of cream. Making cakes is not that difficult, but it is about being very thorough with yourself, thorough with your recipe, use a good scale, and really apply those little skills. And just try over and over again. I'm doing the same with another small spatula. I'm just really warming it up and finishing the edges of the cake on top, just to have a smooth, light finish. Warm up your spatula again and really try to have a smooth finish. Just looks a little bit nicer. I don't mind a rough finish either, and I will pipe some more onto it. So what I did is I colored a little bit my leftover butter icing with a beautiful red color, so this gives me a little bit of a pink. I didn't mix it thoroughly, so I have a little speck of yellow and a speck of pink. I'm just enjoying the decoration right now. I'm using two different nozzles, two star nozzle, one large one and a small one that I put on top. Like this I can do big kisses or small kisses, little big dots or small dots. And that's a question of preferences, what you like, the finish you want to have. I think it's create diversity in volume and contrast and color. It's about the eye appeal and the look of it. We have a few more dots here and there. You can finish your cake with marzipan flowers, marzipan fruits, chocolate decoration, sugar decoration. On this one I didn't put any but marzipan flower. On another one you will see there is marzipan fruits, and another one there is marzipan fruits and isomalt sugar decoration. As I said before, it's a really basic cake, naked cake style. You can reproduce for birthday, events, party, whatever you feel like, even for just have fun. It's not that expensive to do, and it's actually fun to make. As the one with my marzipan roses. The other one with marzipan roses and fruits. As I said, let your creation take over. I hope you enjoy this naked cake style 4-part recipe. Ha ha ha! And voila! The cake is done. I hope you like it. I hope you like the little twist of decoration and presentation I made specially for you on all different cakes. Remember, this is just a basic of a cake. You can do different flavor, you can have different icing flavor, you can have different fruit inside. It's just a basic naked cake you can reproduce at home, enjoy with your friend, your family, and let's catch up later for another recipe on Cooking with Frenchie. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.